France has warned it is disappointed with the European Union over its failure to come up with concrete measures to support farmers and wine producers facing a sharp fall in sales due to the coronavirus crisis. Brussels expects the bloc to go into a deep recession this year because of the coronavirus outbreak, which has paralyzed economic activity across the 27 member states. We have asked the EU for help, but it has not, as yet, responded to all our demands, Agriculture Minister Didier Guillaume told Europe 1 Radio, as he voiced his disappointment at the bloc's failure to take immediate action. Mr. Guillaume has repeatedly called on the European Commission, the bloc's powerful executive arm, to help milk and wine producers who face a surplus of production due to slack demand caused by the health crisis that has cut off vital restaurant and export trade. French dairy farmers fear the drop in demand will lead to a huge surplus of milk just as the spring grazing season boosts cows' productivity. We are in an extraordinary crisis, we need responses that are not ordinary. The Commission, the EU, the European Commissioner must move, Mr. Guillaume warned earlier this month. At the end of March, 40 million litres of milk, 18% of the total volume collected weekly, were in surplus and had to either be redirected towards storage for butter and milk powder or dumped. Weaker demand and staff absences due to the epidemic have also disrupted factories in the dairy sector and elsewhere in the food industry. For French wine producers, the loss of demand from shuttered restaurants and disrupted export markets comes on top of punishing U.S. tariffs of 25% as part of Washington's response to illegal EU aircraft subsidies. The wine sector has already suffered a lot with the U.S. taxes, Mr. Guillaume said. The bloc's chief agricultural official Janusz Wojciechowski, however, has said that billions of euros in unspent. The Commission has also proposed to increase cash advances to farmers under the EU's Common Agricultural Policy and give them more time to apply for support. Member states, however, strongly disagree over how much help should be provided at EU level to counter the economic impact of the coronavirus crisis. Hard-hit, poorer southern nations such as Italy and Spain have called for the issuance of joint debt, but the richer, fiscally conservative North has urged more restraint in rolling out targeted aid schemes. The bloc's industry chief Thierry Breton, for his part, said later on Tuesday that an economic support package to help the EU recover from the crisis could need to be worth around €1.6 trillion, £1.4 trillion. That sum represents some 10% of the EU's GDP, Mr. Breton told the French news channel BFM TV. EU officials expect the bloc to go into a deep recession this year because of the deadly outbreak, which has brought economic activity